CB, pick these AFC North games. Like I mentioned, you couldn't give me my Darnell Washington touchdown. I don't appreciate that. But maybe you can redeem yourself with some good picks this week. So first, we have Vikings at Browns in London. The spread is plus 4.5. The Vikings are favored by 4.5 points. Who is your pick on that?
I'm going with the Vikings. Because they are going to be in London, they're already going to be acclimated with the time zone. The Browns probably will go over later in the week, and just think that ultimately that travel is going to catch up with the Browns. And Flacco, he only had 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. I think that Vikings defense is going to make him pay this week because they don't have a respectable running game that they can turn around and actually hand that ball off to consistently.
All right. Chuck is taking the Vikings to cover the spread. Okay, next we have the Texans at Ravens. Ravens are still favored after being 1-3. They're both 1-3 teams right now. Texans got their first win against a struggling Tennessee Titans team yesterday. The Ravens are favored by 7, and they're at home. What say you?
Yeah, both teams are 1-3 at this point. And I think a lot of this depends on if Lamar Jackson is going to play or not. And as we talk here today, we're unsure, because they're going to leave the light on for him for the game. But if he doesn't, this is going to be a tough game because now it doesn't give you the dual run threat that you have with Derrick Henry and ultimately what he brings with his legs, in addition to his arm. He's having a phenomenal season, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. So I just think a lot hinders on that. But I think the Ravens do figure out a way to beat the Texans at home, regardless of who is at quarterback.
They cover the 7 points?
No.
So you're taking the Texans and the points. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the Texans and the points.
All right. Next, our last league, Lions at Bengals. Big spread right here, actually. Lions are favored by 8.5. Bengals are at home.
I am going. Jared Goff is playing for the lights out right now. I mean, he has, he's 929 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 picks, but that spread is quite high. But I'm going with the Lions. I think they cover.
You need the Lions cover. Now,
I think the Lions
I will give you some grace. You got to see what Jake Browning does tonight versus Miami. If that offense livens up a little bit, you might feel a little different on this pick, you think? Or are you still going to ride with the Lions?
I'm still going with it only because the Bengals will have a short week coming off the game. So I think with that 1 day rest that the Lions have, I think they do ultimately. Them playing at home and then being able to rest, I think regardless of what happens tonight, I still think the Lions cover.
All right, the Chuck parlay, because I'm going to put this in. Vikings cover 4.5. Texans cover 7. Lions cover 8.5. That is your Chuck parlay for the week. All right. Nice. I'm going to put that in, Chuck, and I hope you win me some money this week.
There we go.
All right, we'll be back. Victory Monday. Steelers are 3-1, but that's not the only exciting thing going on. Tell us what's happening in the pocket.
Yes, Best of the Batch Foundation. We are having our annual fundraiser, which is our pool, poker, ping pong, and this year we are adding cornhole to this, and it's going to be exciting. We are doing this November 13th, the Thursday, November 13th, and we are doing it at the Distillery Company down in Pittsburgh. So we are excited about that. Again, there are going to be a lot of local celebrities, a lot of Steelers, active and former, that are all going to be a part of this. And if you have skills in either one, bragging rights are at stake. So bring your A game. All information is going to be available at batchfoundation.org. So we are super excited. So I want to thank you in advance for believing in the mission and vision of Best of the Batch Foundation.
This week's Big Play bets are brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel has an offer you don't want to miss this NFL season. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com /BigPlay to download the FanDuel app today and get started. Disclaimer: must be 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.